Welcome back. It is yours truly, Nick, a Movie AV Impulse, and today I am going to continue my journey of going over my top 5 episodes of The Simpsons seasons 1 through 10, because to me, and especially in my generation, I think seasons 1 through 10 just take the cake out of all of them. And while The Simpsons is still being renewed for new seasons and there's really not much threat of cancellation, like I said, I just think that 1 through 10 is my favorite. But today, for doing season 3, I have a special guest. And remember, if you didn't see the first one, I will leave it at the end of this video, as I'm going to start to put together a playlist of the Simpson episodes in case somebody wants to go back and check it out. But today's special guest is going to bring you a unboxing as well as his favorite top 5 episodes minus Treehouse of Horrors, because that is going to be an exclusive in October around Halloween, of course, because it's Treehouse of Horrors. Anyways, without any further ado, right after this intro, we're going to get into my man.
Makes you think what's the channel about? What's this really about? It's about teaching life lessons, teaching the youth. It's about top 5s, movie reviews. That's what makes you who you are, makes you what you are. There's no rules in this game. There's no parameters. Just truth. So, 2-3 weeks from now, you're gonna wish you subscribed. 2-3 weeks from now, you're gonna be looking for Movie AV Impulse. Okay, I'm reloaded. Let's go.
Hey, how's everybody doing? My name is Jerry from Dawn of the Dead 84, and Nick has asked me to do my top 5 favorite episodes from season 3 of The Simpsons.
The 3 little sentences that will get you through life. Number 1,
and
cover for
I want to
me.
get right into it.
Number 2,
I want to first do a
good
little
idea,
unboxing.
boss. Number
Here's
3,
the front,
it was like that when I got here.
Hey, this is
side,
good stuff.
the back. Here's the episode guide, which we're going to get into depth about that. I want to try to make this informative. I ain't gonna lie, that purple does pop. I'm not gonna lie about that. It could change. Yeah, it's nice. Alright, so I want to go into my top 5 favorite episodes from season 3. And my first one would be Bart the Murderer, where Bart joins like the Springfield mob, and they're hiding like cigarettes in his room, and I guess the mother doesn't like it, and the teacher goes disappearing, and he's pretty much the suspect of it. And that was made in October 10th, 1991, and that would be my number 5 pick. And my number 4, Flamin' Moe episode, and that was in November 21st, 1991. Pretty much in that episode, Homer pretty much has a drink, and his friend Moe, I don't know, friend or acquaintance, his friend Moe is trying to steal it from him, and they find out what's the secret ingredient in it, and it's pretty much cough syrup. They have like they're going back and forth, and it kind of ruins their friendship. Aerosmith had like a guest appearance, like the voices of Aerosmith had a guest appearance in that one. And my number 3 would be Radio Bart, and that was made in 1992, January 9th, 1992, where Bart gets like a microphone for his birthday, and he's like playing pranks with the next door neighbors about being God, and he like falls down a well, and pretty much nobody cares. And I think the voice of Sting is in that one. Yeah, that was a fun episode. And my number 4 would be Bart the Lover. Pretty much that was made on February 13th, 1992. And pretty much, there's like a yo-yo craze going on, and Bart breaks the fish tank, and he gets detention, and how can I say this? Like, he's like answering like a personal ad, and like sets the teacher up on a fake date. I think his name was like Woodward or something like that, and pretty much they're going back and forth, and And that's pretty much it for that episode. And my last one would be like Homer the Bat. And that was in February 20th, 1992. He pretty much joins a professional baseball team. And I guess he has his lucky bat that he got. And, he's doing well with it. And pretty much in Simpsons fashion, I think it pretty much breaks at the end. And that would be my top 5 favorite episodes from season 3. And I pretty much, going through this, I could have picked every episode if I wanted to, because pretty much season 1 through 10 are good. And I could have did any of them. And pretty much if Nick asks me to do another one, I definitely will. Definitely jump on it. I just want to thank Nick for letting me do this quick video for him. And I hope everybody has a nice day. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Jerry. I appreciate you making me the video. And I wonder if we have any similar episodes that we both like, because as you guys know, when I do a top 5 with a special guest, I do not watch their videos until I am done making mine. And I wasn't done yet. So I will find out in editing whether we have similar episodes that we both like, because season 3 was really, to me, when they really started getting the ball rolling. For me, coming in at number 5 is going to be Black Widower. And this one is funny because Sideshow Bob yet again makes another appearance, and he pretends to be in love with Selma, Marge's sister, of course, just trying to get closer to Bart, because every time he comes around, all he ever tries to do is kill Bart. He's just got everybody convinced that he's this good guy again, and he's not trying to hurt anybody, and he really loves Selma, but at the end, you find out that he really has a huge twist. Coming in at number 4 is called Homer at the Bat. And at work, Homer is just scarfing down donuts as usual. He realizes there's a sign-up sheet for a softball team. He ends up signing up for it, and he has this homemade special bat that he's going to use every time he goes up to bat, and he just starts knocking them out the park. His whole team ends up getting into playoffs, and of course, Mr. Burns steps in, makes a bet, and becomes greedy. And just to make sure he doesn't lose, he just hires a whole bunch of like professional baseball players that are just basically, he can't lose. And now coming in at number 3 is called Flaming Moe's. And I love this one because Moe's Tavern, his bar is always on the up, always the same people in there, but he's always going through this struggle, and he's just thinking about closing down the old dump, as he always calls it. And then Homer mixes up this drink that one night he made and lights it on fire. Moe drinks it, finds it crazy good. Moe steals Homer's drink without giving Homer any credit, starts to become really popular with this drink. And then it's an offer from a company, and they want to buy Flaming Moe's, and then Homer just kind of ruins that for him. Coming in at number 2, it's kind of a hard fight between number 1 and number 2 because I love this episode, and it's called Bart the Murderer. And it kind of blends A Bronx Tale and Goodfellas into one story, one little 20-minute episode. So basically, Bart ends up running into Fat Tony, starts working for Fat Tony. And of course, like in Goodfellas, he gets in trouble by Homer because Principal Skinner is saying that he hasn't been coming to school because he's working for Fat Tony. So Fat Tony sends some guys over to threaten Skinner, and then all hell breaks loose. Skinner's missing, and Bart thinks that he's dead. I really love the episode because it's that crazy blend of the movie Goodfellas and A Bronx Tale, and I love both those movies. And number 1, this one is called Stark Raving Dad. And this episode cannot be found on any streaming services because the episode was pulled from the archives on Disney Plus and Hulu and all of them because it is featured Michael Jackson's voice. Bart throws his lucky red hat into the laundry, and Homer's clothes for work, instead of having white shirts, he has a pink shirt. And when he walks into work, everybody notices. They start making fun of him. Mr. Burns gets mad at him. Next thing you know, he ends up in a psych ward and he meets a really large white guy with Michael Jackson's voice, even though there are rumors that I've read in tabloids that it really wasn't Michael Jackson who voiced it, and they did not actually use his real name in the credits because he didn't want anybody to know. But as far as I know, that's Michael Jackson's voice. But like I said, I've read other places that it wasn't. And Homer really believes that he is Michael Jackson, and he ends up bringing him to the house because they both get out of the insane asylum, and the guy lives with them, and then all chaos just breaks loose, and they sing the famous song Happy Birthday Lisa that Bart and this guy actually wrote for Lisa. So it's just a great episode. Unfortunately, if you're going to watch this on Disney Plus, you will not find this episode because it has Michael Jackson's voice, which again, I just feels messed up. I'm forever going to be a fan. I always separate people's personal lives from their entertainment life, and that to me is just the dumbest thing ever.
Message!
Thanks for tuning in. Like I said at the end of this episode, I will leave season 1. I am doing the odd seasons first and then backtracking and doing the even seasons. And in October, I'm going to bring you a special Treehouse Horrors that you soon won't forget. Anyways, much love. Like, share, subscribe. And Jerry, thank you for being on the show, and I will have you back for future episodes. Peace.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me. You're not going